Welcome back to the show. This is still GH Today here on GHOne TV. It's now time for court today, like we mentioned. And El Capitano, Captain, has joined us.
El Limo.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a bit of French and Spanish things going this morning.
Enjoying your French vibes this morning and all
merci
that.
Beaucoup,
Yes.
merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup.
Okay.
D'accord, d'accord.
It reminds me during the basic school days when you are learning French and all that. How those French teachers can kill me.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Especially those ones that are southpaws.
Yes,
And they have to lash you with the left hand. Monsieur Raphael, bonjour. Yeah.
But hey, let's find out what's happening.
Yes.
Vous travaillez à la courte.
You know what? Let's speak English. So the court is very busy. I mean, yesterday we saw, I don't know which name to use, Kusi Boateng or Kwabena Dujemfi. I don't know which one.
The records of the court, both existed. Yeah,
Wow.
yes. Existing names of Kwabena Dujemfi alias
Kusi Boateng.
Yes,
Reverend.
Victor Kusi Boateng.
Okay,
The
so
Reverend was not part.
Okay.
But we know that it's a Reverend.
maybe I can
You can put the
put
two
them
names
together. I
together.
can match the two names.
But the High Court
Victor
that
Kwabena Dujemfi Kusi
Kusi
Boateng.
Boateng.
you know.
That is quite interesting how things are turning out in court.
Yes. So yesterday, two things happened. Okudzeto Ablakwa, you know, Reverend Kusi Boateng has filed an appeal. And just when the court was about to hear the appeal, they filed an application to ask the court to strike it out because they were of the view that it didn't meet the requirement. Then, before they could move that one, they raised objection to the panel. Yesterday, before the court would go into his case, they dealt with the issue of the panel and the allegation against the Chief Justice. And the panel says that the Chief Justice was right to constitute the panel. The panel was properly constituted, and so that objection was overruled before we went into the Okudzeto Ablakwa's case. And interestingly, his objection was overruled against the panel, and the same panel agreed with him that Reverend Kusi Boateng's grounds and initial appeal that he filed did not comply with the rules. But he has filed a request to add additional grounds. That one is pending.
Right.
That one has been giving some directive to work around. But the initial appeal that they filed, there were grounds, 3 of them, the Court of Appeal had dismissed or struck them out. But let's go and listen to Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa on that dismissal of his request for the panel to be dissolved.
Well, our position on that is that we will respect the decision of the court, even though we have noticed a consistent pattern where panels are being changed. And you have read very lucid and insightful opinions about that. The recent one by Professor Kusi, who has said that this abuse of the discretionary power of the Chief Justice to be changing panels in the last minute and be reconstituting these panels raises fundamental issues about the fairness and the delivery of justice in an impartial and blind manner, as justice should manifestly be seen to be done. So we will respect the decision, even though we are unhappy with it, and we still are not convinced as to why the panel was so, curiously reconstituted in the last hour. I hope so. That is our expectation.
Do you expect a different outcome with regards to the human rights issue that will be determined by the same court? Or you expect it to go your way again?
We have always carried out our work diligently, in good faith, with facts, with evidence. And we have shared all the documents, the outcomes of our parliamentary oversight with you. Nothing has been a figment of our imagination or a concoction. We are only doing our constitutional mandate. That's why people elect us to parliament. We must earn our keep. We must justify our inclusion in that house. And that's all we are doing. And it's not the first time opposition MPs are carrying out their constitutional mandate of due diligence. So why should we be subjected to this? Why should we pay this price? And the person rather, ask yourself, if it was you or if it was me, who it has been proven that you have engaged in this double identity scam, will he be working a free man and pursuing us, filing all kinds of cases, preventing us from doing our job? That's a question that the good people of this country should be asking.
Okay.
Are we all equal before the law? Just reflect on that.
So that is Okudzeto Ablakwa,
Right.
on what his reaction is in relation to his objection that was overruled, and what he think of all that is happening. He make the point that the panel has been changed every now and then when certain cases are, so that is how he has raised concerns to that. But let's go and listen to him in respect of this case that the panel agreed with him and on that issue.
The appeal on the contempt case has been dismissed by the appeals court. It appears that this is the only country where somebody who has engaged in a double identity scam will be wasting the time of members of parliament who are carrying out their constitutional mandate of oversight. That's all we are doing. That's all we are doing. And is this a fair price to pay for carrying out your constitutional mandate? And have you noticed that he never comes to court? He never comes to court. We have work to do. We have parliament to go to. We have parliamentary committees. We have our constituents to take care of. We have other constitutional obligations as members of parliament. And he keeps filing appeals upon appeals upon appeals when the matters are very clear. You have lost in the lower courts. Judges have been very, very decisive in their decisions. We were only carrying out our mandate to scrutinize expenditures of the National Cathedral project, and we discovered payments made in another name, only to find out that it is the same person, Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng, and we have adduced evidence to that effect. We have not been mischievous, we have not been malicious, we are only carrying out our constitutional mandate. Unless people think that we are elected to go to parliament and be a rubber stamp, whatever state institutions bring to us, we don't scrutinize, we don't do due diligence, and we allow payments to go through. So that is what we are elected to do. That is what the Constitution says we should do. We do our job, and we are subjected to all of this harassment.
Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. There's another leg of it that the Court of Appeal would deal with in relation to the additional grounds that they have found. The initial ones have been wiped out because the panel says that they do not meet the requirement of filing an appeal. So that is in relation to the Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa and Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng.
Kusi Boateng.
That's a long name.
Yeah.
Some people also fancy that to have a very long name, whole sentence on it.
Until they have to travel.
What does that mean if you want to travel?
Your passport.
If I get food on time.
Anyway, so yesterday, SCPA boss was back in court.
Yes, Ajeni Boateng AG, and this is the case that the Office of the Special Prosecutor is prosecuting. Yesterday, they were in court for case management conference, where they are supposed to sort out all documentation and make sure that all the parties are on the same page. Yesterday, it started before Justice Marie Lewis Simmons. They haven't concluded yet, so it has been adjourned to July 24 for continuation. Yesterday, Ajeni Boateng AG was present in court. His lawyers were present, and of course, prosecutors from the Office of the Special Prosecutor they were also present in court for the exercise.
Well, so let's talk about the Ofankor tenant murder case. I mean,
are the jurors back in court?
Your guess is as good as
I know. What happens to these cases every time they are called and the jurors are absent?
Simple, adjourn. Wow. As simple as that. There's nothing you could do without it. The jurors we call them judges of facts. So they listen to virtually everything that happened in court. The judge, any other person, all that is said, the witnesses who will come evidence, cross-examination. They listen, facts, everything. Then at the end of the day, they deliver or they come out with their verdict. And whatever they say is binding on the court.
Right.
If they say the accused person or accused persons are not guilty, they walk. If they say they are guilty, the court will look at what punishment is available. Then the court hand down the punishment. So they are not available. If they are not there, you can, even if one person, there are 7.
Yeah.
If one is absent, that's it. Case adjourned. Simple. Wow. Non-negotiable.
So a case can run for years so long as the jurors are not available.
Absolutely. So one of the reasons some of these indictable cases, murder, treason, felony, and all that, drag, it because of situations like this. And for the past month, the jurors say, money in a hand, work. If you don't give me money, you are not
working.
Yeah. So cash and carry. And so that case didn't come on. So it has been adjourned. Understand that we dealt with again today, and we'll see what will happen again in relation to that. So Nana can come yesterday, no show. Yes. No show.
Let's look at some of the cases coming up in court today. The ambulance trial. Today is a Thursday.
So one of the cases that a lot of people are hoping, in fact, people were wondering why Tuesday didn't come on, is a case that, in fact, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Attorney General's team were not in town on Tuesday. So earlier, a week today, when the case was about to adjourn, they informed the court that Tuesday they were not available. So that's how come Tuesday there was no sitting. So today there's an action. Further cross-examination of Mr. Richard Jakpa is expected to be on, and the Attorney General will still push through their case to try and discredit him or test the veracity of the allegations that is made against Godfred Yeboah-Dami. So before Justice Efiasewa Saributwe today, the Mr. Richard Jakpa will be in court. The man of the moment will be in court for further cross-examination. And the indication is that today and next Tuesday, we are hoping that the cross-examination of Mr. Jakpa will come to an end.
That is if he decides to keep his answer short.
No, in fact, it is the reason. It is the reason it has traveled beyond 2 sittings. No, we had 2 sections, in fact 2.5. Because the first day it was done with Dr. Kasila Tofosin and the others. Prosecution started, but that day they asked only 2 questions. But the real work started the last 2 sittings, then the last one. So today will be the 3rd day and then the 4th day. It's because of the way he was given us. That's why the prosecution's time has been extended. Yes.
I'm wondering what will happen to Safina to Mohammed because the jurors are absent. Her case.
If they are not back there. So this case, it's been fixed for them to pick dates in the next legal year in October for the trial to commence. All cases in this nature that have not started yet, the decision is that they'll fix date in the next legal year to start. So this Safina case, there will be same murder case and some others. They haven't started, the trial haven't started yet. The point is that they are picking date. But of course, those we are supposed to work with are on strike. So the case will be called all right. If the jurors are not present, Justice Lydia Osema will just have to. I said, hey, Justice, yes, Lydia Osema. We have to adjourn this case.
Let's look at the Galamsey case, also coming up today.
Yes, Chairman Bona. His name is Chairman Bona. And one Chinese ex-GHOne lover. He was one time as GHOne lover. So they are in court today, and the court will give further direction in relation to this very case. Yes.
And then the Kokobot case, 2018 till date.
So Monday, no show. Tuesday, no show. Yesterday, the court did not sit in relation to this case. But today, we're hoping that, or the court will hoping that the case, the reason being that the witness, Seido Agongo, the businessman, and Agricourt Ghana Limited are expecting to call their safe witness, the defense witness. So the witness has not been available on Monday and Tuesday. So today, Thursday, the court will be hoping, Justice Abuaji Tando will be hoping that the witness will be present for the business of the day to be carried on.
Right. Yes. All right. Thank you very much,
Thank
Captain.
you to the
We'll catch you definitely.